Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. In the last one we just finished basically making the shelf for the headliner, which is super exciting, and the next step for that side of the van is to create the bulkhead partition. So that's what we're doing today. Let me show you what we've done so far. So our plans for the bulkhead are to have a nice little partition area. So we're going to be having a window section here, and then on either side going up some nice wooden feature. So the actual kitchen itself is going to be coming out here. It's going to be 90 centimeters high, which is hip height, so a really nice height. And then we'll have a lovely little splashback across there, little shelf there, shelf up there, and then a little cupboard to open up so we can access that shelf that we put in yesterday. So right now Theo's just measuring up and just basically making sure that we've got everything that makes sense. And I think we do. Is it time to pocket hole?
Yeah, this frame is pretty much complete. We just need to pocket hole, screw them all together, and then we can work on what's going up here. But yeah, it's going to look really good when it's done.
So I know we've mentioned it in our videos before, but if any of you guys are new here, that tool that Theo's using is called a pocket hole jig, and it's really, really helpful for creating secure joints in the wood. And we got it off Amazon, I think, for about 30 quid, and we use our own clamp with it. It gets a little bit more expensive if you get a proper clamp that goes with it.
If you can afford it, I'd recommend getting the proper clamp.
Yeah, it would make it a lot easier.
It's a bit more fiddly without.
Yeah, but it works for us, and pretty much every single time we get the perfect drill hole. But yeah, it's just fabulous. We love it. So these are the holes it creates. They're at a slight angle, so when the screw goes in, it secures nicely to the other piece of wood, and we're doing one at either end so they can all connect nicely on the frame.
So that's the first bit of the frame up, but we're going to put a support there and a support there, so B's just measuring the distance, and then we can divide it into thirds to know exactly where the beams need to go for extra support. It's perfect. Also, we're using this square. These things are really good to make sure that the right angle is perfectly level, and you'll get a nice strong frame. So B's just taken refuge on the floor. So the frame is up, it's looking good, super secure. It's not fastened into anything yet, but obviously it will be, but it doesn't have any side to side movement, which is good. Super strong, and now we need to figure out the window section.
Yeah.
For the window, I really want to do it so that there's a window ledge like we did in the back of the van in the bedroom area. I want to make it very similar to that, because that worked out really well, and it means that we can put stuff on there while you're cooking. It's just an extra little bit of space.
So we've got 4 15-inch pieces of wood that are going to be going across this top section to begin the framing of the window space that we're going to be having on the bulkhead. Theo's just making sure it's all perfectly angular. So Theo's just securing in the top beam now. So that big opening that you can see there is basically the rough window opening that we're going to have. It's going to be almost that exact size when it's finished. So if we need to ever, we can clamber on through that hole.
Guys, we are getting so close to finishing this frame. It's been a bit of a technical process. As you can see, we've got lots of curves going on, and doing the pocket holes on angled wood is an experience. So that should fit nicely there. Perfect. And then we can just screw them in, and then we need one for the top, and then that's all good. Then we can finally screw the whole thing into the frame of the van, but we're not going to do that today because there's a few little bits and pieces that we want to do before we do that.
I cannot recommend getting clamps. These are super duper useful. They really come in helpful, not just with the pocket hole, but with a lot of other things, as Theo is using them now. So one at that end, and then we'll have one at this end. Nice and firm. There we go. Even though we've got all this floor space, we've just rammed it full of crap. Well, the toolbox isn't crap, but like my backpack, a random bottle of water, knee pads that he should really be wearing, and about 12 random pieces of wood. So we never like to make life easy for us, do we, Theo?
Nope. Let's
just fill our only floor space with stuff. It's now a new day. We didn't finish the last touches last night because it was late, we were hungry, and we had editing to do, so we're now back. It's a new day, a new dawn, and I'm going to show you what we're doing to the rest of the frame. Well, actually I'm going to get Theo to show you because I'm not too sure. Also, check it out. Theo just made a minor adjustment to our measuring tape. What have you got to say for yourself?
I messed up. I don't even know what happened. Just suddenly, before I know it, I was cutting a piece of wood, and then for some reason, the measuring tape chopped in half. And I'm like, what is going on?
Just literally throwing money away here. We're going to have to buy a new one, sadly, unless we can fix that back together, but I really don't think that's possible. No. So what are you doing other than chopping tape measures in half?
What do you think I'm doing?
Pocket holing!
But yeah, I'm just doing some pocket holes. We've got a few little supports that I want to put in. I don't know if you can see from here, but where the shelf's going, I want another support.
Oh, there's a tiny one that he's put in.
Yeah.
So you're making tiny supports.
Above that is going to be our opening, like, cabinet, so that we can get to all of our stuff that we store in the top over the bulkhead. So I'm thinking for that a little bit smaller, but I'm not sure. We don't want it too small because we still want to put medium size. Medium size items in.
What's a medium size?
Like, not huge.
You kill me. And also, let me show you guys. We're going to be cladding that side and that side, but on the reverse, so basically from the cab front, we need to put a sheet of ply so it's not ugly bits of wood that are on show, but we're probably going to spray that black or carpet it or something. This is a nice angle from here.
Where's the bit of the measuring tape?
I don't know. I don't know.
Just flew off somewhere.
We're also super duper excited to say we're going to be in America from mid-June to mid-July. We're going to be mainly in, I think, Colorado area, maybe go up into, well, probably go up into Utah, maybe a bit of Wyoming, maybe even Montana if we make it that far, because we'd like to see family who live in that area. But yeah, if any of you guys have got any amazing places that you think we should visit, do leave a comment below because we don't want to miss out. We're going to be in a motorhome, which we're pretty excited about. The first time ever in America in a motorhome. We've done the car camping, we've done the tent camping, and now we're doing the motorhome camping. So we've already got a few places pinned out, but we would love your input. I know we've got quite a lot of American subscribers, so do comment and let us know. So we're trying to think of fun and genius ways to give our lovely patrons shout-outs, because whilst it's lovely to have your name read out, we've done writing on the Celotex, And I'm trying to persuade Theo to do a song. Are you ready to harmonise?
Who's the first one?
We've got Kitty Oskin
and Fluid 35.
JP Bradley.
My eyesight's not good enough.
Graham Horsfall, Abner Gregory Frost,
Chris Tyler,
Jolie. We love your name, Joe. Tracy Hemberton.
Some
Chris
of your names
Rose.
are a little bit more tricky to harmonise with, so.
Are you ready? Chris Rose, Elle McLean, Jonathan D, Francis Seaborn,
Matt Creek.
I think we're going to end it there. So I really hope you enjoyed us butchering your names via harmonising together. And I expect our subscribers are just shot down after we ruined your earbuds. But we really enjoyed that. And we really enjoy chatting with all you guys over on Patreon. I'm literally crying. That was so bad.
So the frame is fully finished. Let me show you. So this is what it looks like. Really happy with how it's come out. It looks really good. It's all going to be covered anyway, but obviously that's where we're going to have our flip up cupboard area to get into the cab storage. This is our escape hatch. All of this is going to be cladded. This area is going to be kitchen with splashback. So the next thing we need to do is clad the driver's side so it looks nice from the driver's side, and we're going to carpet over that. And this is just a spare bit of 3mm ply that we had left over from the original van. So what we've done is laid our frame out on our 3mm ply, and we've marked around it with a pencil, and then we're going to use the bulkhead to get the perfect transition for the sides. So to make sure it's spot on and you're not going to see any ropey edges, we're going to use the old bulkhead. We've still not got rid of it, so that's kind of useful, but we need to get rid of it soon. It's just in the way and it's so bloody heavy. So the ply is now all cut to shape and we've clamped it in place. So this is what it looks like. And obviously there's no window anymore, so what I need to do is take this beautiful pencil and go and draw around where the window is going to be. So this is what it looks like from the cab side. It actually looks quite nice, ply, but we are going to carpet it because that came out so well that we want to do it the same as that so it all blends in nicely and it looks like it's straight from the factory.
Tell them what my mum said.
Bee's mom came round earlier. We went out for lunch with her and she didn't even know that the shelf wasn't built into the van, which is very nice when people don't realise that you've actually built it, because that means you're doing something right.
We've cut out our escape hatch window
with a variety of tools. This thing here I used for the straight edges, which is really useful. You know, with a jigsaw, it's not designed for straight lines really.
No.
So, and then just on the very edges where I couldn't get the circular saw to.
Yeah, so these little edges.
Just touched it up.
But it's a nice, perfectly straight line.
Well, we'll find out now if it actually fits. This is the scary part.
Let's go. Shake off that sawdust. Oh. Hey! Shake it up, shake it up. Well, it worked, so we're pretty flippin' chuffed. Look at that for precision, literally perfect. So now we need to carpet it. Let me show it you from the actual cab side. We did toy with the idea very briefly of just leaving it ply, but it's quite a rough and ready sheet. As you can see there's a little crackage and it's a bit stained. We think it'll just look nicer as carpet, it'll blend in nicely, so I now have the challenge of making it look stunning with carpet. Oh, Theo's in love. Theo's in love with ply.
Escape hatch.
Go on, demonstrate how you're gonna dive through like a dolphin.
I think if the kitchen was actually here, it'd be easier. Because I'd have something to stand on, a bit of leverage.
What do you mean? Oh, if the kitchen was actually already in place.
If the kitchen was there, I could stand on that and kind of
gambol
like,
straight through the
be
hole.
born out front of our van. But yeah, I'm super stoked with that.
Yeah, I'm
That's
happy
really
with
good.
that. And so on all this side, we're going to be cladding it with possibly pallet wood.
Maybe.
We're contemplating pallet wood. We want some different
I would like
wood.
pallet wood. I don't know whether to just put straight pallet wood on there or to hire a thicknesser.
And thin it down.
Like our mate Matt.
Yeah, Matt Harrison. I'll put a card to his video here, and also a link in the description. His video is amazing. His van is amazing.
And
yeah.
like he spent ages, days and days, just planing down wood on a thicknesser. But the look of it was so worth it because it looks so authentic. It looks so rustic. So maybe we'll go down that style. We want to make our kitchen a real feature if we can. You know, the rest of the van's quite bright, more Scandinavian style. The kitchen we want to be maybe a bit more rustic. Still like really nice, neat, but rustic.
Rustic. I mean, right now it looks pretty rustic, but we're going to rusticate it even more.
So B's just working on the carpeting for the bulkhead, I don't know what you call it, barrier? Partition? But it's looking really good. Check this out. So we're just doing all the edges there, but the other side looks immaculate. And then B just needs to cut this out, fold it over, and you won't see any of this backside, it will be cladding over that anyway. But yeah, that's gonna look amazing. So guys, exciting moment alert. We've finished it. Check this out. So this is how it's looking. B has done an absolutely fabulous job at that.
Call me the carpet master.
It's so nice, like the edges are just, oh, look at that. Perfect. So nice. So yeah, that's gonna be good because that's gonna be the view. When you look through the windscreen of the van, you'll just see that. Looks super professional.
We've now clamped this new carpeted piece onto the bulkhead partition frame, and Theo's about to, are you nail gunning it?
Yeah, with staples.
Staple gunning it in.
It's just the best way. Screws are gonna churn up the carpet and not look very nice. Staples, you shouldn't be able to really see them.
No, they'll blend in as well because this is grey, so.
Might need to reload it.
Yeah.
Can I get a reload?
Reload!
Not got many there.
The staples are going in really nicely, and they're actually quite difficult to see unless you actively look for them. But all of that's been stapled.
It's good.
This staple gun was a good buy from Screwfix. I think it was it about 20 something quid?
No, it's about 39
Oh,
pounds,
okay.
which, you know, the amount we've used it already is well worth it.
And it's fun to use as well.
It's the moment of truth.
Time
When we take
to
the clamps off.
Declamp this partition. This is when all the staples fly out.
Well, I might need a hand. There we go.
Looks good. Looks really good.
Nice and tight.
Even got a little spider hanging off there. Oh, hey!
Right, let's go see if it fits.
Yeah. Okay, so we were super excited on the day when we put it in that we actually forgot to film it. We ended it saying, let's go and see if it fits, and it did. And we were so excited that we forgot to even show you guys. So let me show you the bulkhead. So here is the bulkhead. Oh, hello Theo. Here is the bulkhead in place. It's still not fastened down yet because we've actually got to go and take the van soon to go and get the heater fitted, so it makes it easier if it's not actually fixed in place. But this is basically how it is. It works fantastically. Look at the size of the gap that we've got to peek through. We can get through there if we ever need to. We're going to create a little cupboard thing up there so we can get into the shelving area, and it also means that up here when the bulkhead's in we can add some fasteners to the bulkhead so our shelf is even more supported. It's doing fantastic anyway, but a bit more support never hurt. And all these areas here, pretty much all of it, is going to be cladded. We still haven't decided whether we're going to do it with pallet wood, whether we're going to do it with cladding that we used on the walls or what we're going to do. But pretty much from here will be a splashback, little shelf, and then down here we'll have the whole kitchen. You've got to be quite imaginative when you're looking at it, but it is all starting to come together. And from this angle, it all blends in really, really nicely with the carpet, and that's the look we were going for. We wanted to keep the cab all very the same and nice and plain, which is the perfect look for us. And then you can see through and it's like, ooh, cute little home there. So it's all starting to come together. It's our favourite thing to say. We're very, very excited with how it is starting to look and all the finishing touches that it's still got to go. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next video.
Head over to theindieprojects.com/shop and check out our new merchandise. Join us on Patreon for exclusive content, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.